Hello everybody, I'm back after a long break. I was thinking pretty long about what my second video was gonna be about. This is something I've been thinking about for a long time, and it's gonna be about my 2 years in celibacy. Yes, I lived 2 years in celibacy. I was a nun, almost. Well, not really, but close. So how did it start? What made me start living celibacy? Well, this was sometime after my spiritual awakening started, maybe about a year later. After I had met my twin flame, and you can watch that, my first video here on YouTube. It's about my twin flame journey. So it started with that, oh look, my dog is enjoying this beautiful place, and it is beautiful. Okay, so anyways, well, it began that I got really hurt by my twin flame, and he rejected me, he couldn't open up, and all this shit. And after that, I think it was a few days after, he couldn't open up and he rejected me, and I just felt so hurt. So yeah, I felt like I was in so much pain. So, well, like I have done before, when I've been hurt, you know, I've thrown myself in the arms of another man, and I did the same thing after this. I was out partying weekend, went out to a club, and there was this guy, and this was a guy that I've slept with before, and that I've said that I wouldn't go home with him again, and because I knew he only wanted sex, and he didn't really care about anything else but his own needs in bed. And yes, so, but I ended up in bed with him, and he had his friend, one of his friends over, and he was gonna sleep there on the couch. And hurt as I was, and confused and fucked up and everything, I said to this guy, oh, well, you can bring your friend in to the bedroom too, Teresa. Well, of course, this is something that most people fantasize about, also me, but it's not something I would ever do in real life. It goes against everything that I believe in. But I'm not judging anyone who does it. It's, you know, it's everybody's own choice, but to me, it's no. Well, anyways, luckily, this guy said no, and well, I had sex with the one guy, and later on, when I came home in the morning, when I woke up, I felt like really dirty. I felt like really disappointed in myself and in my behavior and what I've done, and that was my rock bottom for me. That was like, no. I said to myself, I'm not doing this again. No more, never again. It's like finito. So I was like, it was like a wake-up call for me. It felt like I had really gone rock bottom. And also with my twin flame, with this guy that I was so in love with. And I don't think it has to be a twin flame for I think a lot of women can relate, and men too, that how low you can get, how much self-respect you can lose when you're in love with someone. I wouldn't call that love, because that's a sign that you don't have any self-respect and you don't love yourself, because you would never, first of all, chase after a guy, sit and wait for a guy who's clearly not ready for you, ready to open up, who says one thing but his action shows another thing. So that's, if you're running after a guy like that, or a woman, stop, because that's not self-love. It's not. If someone doesn't want you, you should say bye-bye. It's your loss, you know. If you have that self-love, and if someone's not showing you how they feel and telling you, and if they don't feel the same, stop wasting your fucking time and move on. Start healing yourself, start loving yourself, and stop chasing after people who doesn't want you, who may even say one thing but their action shows totally different. It's time to go then. Well, anyways, so back to my celibacy story. So after this, it all began, you know, really my digging deep down inside of me to find my way back to myself and to loving myself, starting loving myself, respecting myself, putting boundaries, and, you know, and I think you can't do this, you can't heal yourself when you're with someone else. I don't believe you can. So I was 2 years in celibacy. I had maybe 1 or 2 dates, but, you know, no kissing, no sex, no nothing. A hug, that's all. But I needed that time, and I learned so much. I don't think I would be the person I am today if I didn't live in celibacy for 2 years. And yeah, so what did I learn? Everything. I learned to love myself. I learned to respect myself, to set boundaries. I learned to say goodbye to men that doesn't treat me right, who says one thing but then their actions shows totally different thing. You know, I don't have the patience for those kind of things anymore. It's like, bye-bye. It's your loss. And it is. If you truly start loving yourself and you learn to love yourself, it's their loss. If they don't value you, if they don't really put in the effort and treat you the way that you want to be treated, and the way you deserve to be treated. And yeah, so I learned those things, and I learned also that you don't really need sex. You can live without it. It's not such a big deal that all the media, everyone makes it out to be. I think in the end, the thing that you're looking for, that people are looking for in sex, it's that love, it's that confirmation, it's that feeling when you have an orgasm, that feeling. But you know, when you start loving yourself, when you start respecting yourself, valuing yourself, you'll have orgasms all the time. Not like physical, but, you know, in your mind, in your soul, because you're so happy. Because you see all the beauty in small things. And you have that love inside, so you don't need it from another person. It's a plus. It would be wonderful, you know, if I'm still not waiting, but of course I'm still dreaming about that Mr. Right. And but I know he's coming, because I think when you start loving yourself, you'll start attracting those kind of people who are good for you, who's going to treat you the way that you deserve and the way that you would treat someone that you love. So if you wanna really heal and start loving yourself, then celibacy, that's one thing that I totally recommend. It was not something that I planned that I was gonna do, that I was gonna live in celibacy. It just became, it wasn't like the day after I had sex with the guy, I was like, okay, I'm gonna live in celibacy. No more guys, fuck them. No, it was more like I've had enough. It just came natural, and it was like, in a way also, that the universe, God, and what you want to call it, kind of took away these men, or kind of put a wall that it's like, no, you're not gonna meet anyone. Now you're gonna be alone. Now you're gonna dig deep down into all that pain that you have inside, and you're gonna heal it, whether you want to or not. And I did. I did. And today I'm happy. I am, and I love myself. I do. And I have self-respect, and I know that when I meet the guy that's gonna treat me right, that's gonna be a guy that deserves me, then he's gonna get so much love, because I have so much love inside now. I thought I had before, but I didn't really, because if you don't love yourself, you can't fully love someone else. That's just the way it is. So if you wanna start loving yourself, then you should be alone, or even try for a while, to live without sex, and even the attention from men. I think nowadays it's all this chatting, and it's Tinder and chatting, and you're having these people kind of to boost your ego and make you feel good, and it's like this fucking sending smiles. Well, that too, but selfies. Oh, look at me, tell me how beautiful I am, tell me how sexy I am, and all those it's all about attention and feeding that ego, and trying to get from outside the love that you should be looking for inside here, because you will never find it from the outside. People can tell you, oh, you're the most beautiful woman, you're the most handsome man, you are wonderful, you're the best. But if you don't feel it, I have to lie here. Yeah. If you don't feel it here inside, if you don't feel that for you, you're never, it doesn't matter what anyone's going to tell you. You're never going to take it in. You're never going to really truly feel that way if you don't feel that way about yourself. So, well, I ended my celibacy about a few months ago, and it was time. I was ready for it. I had been ready for it a few months earlier. The guy that I had sex with, it didn't become anything more. We dated a while, and it was like, but he had issues, and he didn't treat me, or he couldn't give me what I want, what I deserve. So we ended it, or I ended it, and yeah, but I don't regret anything. It was time to end the celibacy life, non-life. But I'm so happy, and I'm so proud of myself that I did it, that I could go 2 years without any sex or any, physical contact, or you know, I'm very proud of myself. I was very proud. At first, I didn't, you know, think about it that much. I was like, oh, I haven't had sex this long, and I was like, but after a while, I was like, no, this feels good. This is right, and it was, and I'm so happy I did it, and because I know a lot of people can't do it, and it wasn't like I didn't have options. I did. I mean, I had more handsome men that I've ever had when I was younger. I'm 40 now, and I didn't have guys like that wanting to go on a date with me when I was like in my 20s. So I was flattered, and I had a lot of options, but I wanted more, and I deserved more, and yeah, so don't ever settle. You know, once you start loving yourself, you know what you deserve, and you don't settle for anything less. And this is one thing that celibacy has also taught me. So, for all you living in celibacy right now, yeah, keep it up, and as long as it feels like right for you, and you're strong, remember that, and you are special. And yeah, I'm lifting my hat to everybody in celibacy, because it's not easy, not in this world, and but it's worth it in the end if you really focus on healing yourself and becoming the best version of yourself and healing all those old wounds. So, okay, that's it. Thank you. See you next video. Bye.